Hi, my name is Justin Campbell, and today we're going to be going through a little walkthrough of My AccountView Online, which is your client portal to be able to see all of your investments, get your documents, even be able to transfer some money. And so I wanted to take a little bit of time to walk through each of the various pages that are at least important, hopefully make it a little bit clearer on the things that you can do and get rid of any doubt or questions that you have on dealing with this technology. So hopefully you can use it and it'll be helpful to you. So let's get started. So this is the general overview. So once you log in, this is the screen you're going to see. We have a sample client here. They're showing their $601,000 that they have. They have all of their accounts are listed on the left side here. You can click individually to these accounts, which I'll do in a second, to be able to see more information about them. But this just gives you an idea. This had been a red day at the time, so you can see on a given day how much in terms of dollars and how much in terms of percentage your portfolio has changed. If you scroll down just a little bit, you can see the value of your accounts over time. So with this particular client, they started last year with $256,000. They deposited a little under $300,000, and they've had investment returns of about $54,000 in that period of time. And this graph here will show you what you have put into the investments and what the investments have done as far as returns go. And this particular client was dollar cost averaging over the course of the last year. And so you can see as we had the volatility of the tariffs in April, they were actually able to make some good purchases, and now they are in the green on their portfolio. And so if you scroll down a little bit further, you can see the top positions that you hold. This will be dependent on whoever's got this portfolio. And then what you can see on the left side here is the asset class. So this is actually typically sitting with this broad asset class. And this just shows you how much of your account is in each of the various asset classes. So this particular client has 56.6% US stocks, about 26.5% in bonds. Unclassified can be various things. Sometimes it's insurance products like annuities that are tied into it. Sometimes the system just doesn't know what a particular mutual fund maybe exactly is made up of, and so it'll have the unclassified. Alternatives can be various things like commodities, things like Bitcoin, etc. And then you can see their cash. There's another option that breaks it down even smaller, so you can see a better breakdown of exactly what you're invested in. If you continue to scroll down, you can see some market information. These are the main indices. So this is the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. It allows you to kind of see just how the general market is doing. You can actually link your personal checking accounts, your investment accounts, credit cards, mortgages, and other loans all on here as well, and have your own website that is connected with all of that stuff, making it easy to view. And then there's an option here to be able to see some research from LPL, our back office, and what they've put together as far as what they see is happening in the markets. So if you are someone who wants to view a specific account and see exactly what's going on in there, the beautiful thing that you can do is you choose that account and you click on it. And once that loads up, you first will just get this box here that's going to show you what the unrealized gain or loss is of the investment since it's been invested. This portfolio has done pretty well. It's definitely been a more aggressive growth portfolio. So if you click on the arrow, this will actually break down the specific investments and what the returns have been since they have been invested. So this can give you an idea of how much you've put in, what the gain is on that, and what the return is. So obviously, depending on what the investment is, there's various types of gains that you can see here. And this is really a nice tool. You can continue to break it down even further, and you can see actually when the exact purchases happened if you click on that down arrow within the investment itself. So it's a pretty nice tool to be able to see how the various returns on the various accounts are doing. So another thing that you can do if you want to add another account on here, you can do this drop down. This shows all of your accounts. You can either click the box to add all, or you can just pick and choose whichever ones you want to see. So if we want to see just the SEP and this TOD account, we do that. And this has the 529 as well. So we'll just do these two accounts. You click out of it, and then all of a sudden you have just the two of them there. You can do the same thing where you drop down and see all of the investments. So the next really important thing about this is that you can see all of your documents. So this is going to be all your statements, any sort of tax forms that you maybe have, and then reports. So let's go to statements. It'll still take us into this portal. So from this page, you can actually access all of these. You can choose which accounts you want to have seen. So what statements it's going to pull up. So we'll just choose all accounts for this. This creates consolidated statements, so it has every single one of those accounts is in its monthly statement. You can just click on this button and download it right there. You can also go back to previous years if you want to see how the returns have been over time, or need that information for whatever it is, estate planning, whatever it is you're doing. There is a My Files option. This is a way that you can securely send information to us. We actually have another portal that we typically use, but sometimes we will use this, and it is a good option to make sure that the information that you are sending, any personal information, is going totally safely to us, not just over email or something like that. So the next thing, trade confirmations. This is just going to be able to see anytime a buy or sell is made, if your accounts are rebalanced, etc. And then tax forms. This is really important. So depending on the accounts, you may or may not get tax forms, but in the event that you do, they will show up here. Same idea. You can do the drop down. You can click whatever year you need and make sure that you get that information to your accountant. And then this reports tab, this shows anytime we've done a consolidated report. So we will put together reports for you typically that'll show you over the last 12 months, maybe year to date, whatever it may be. But when we submit those actually will show up here, so you can get access to them and view them at your leisure. Now, a very, very important part of all of this that we would highly recommend is going to your paperless settings up in this top right corner here. And this is where you're going to be able to choose to go paperless or not. And so typically we will default to going paperless. If you would like to get your statements in paper form, all you got to do is go here, and then you can just click to change. So you do this drop down here, and then you can change it from paperless to mail or vice versa. Once that happens, if you have the paperless options taken care of, you'll get an email that will have the access to the statements, and then when your statement is available at least, and then you can go through the same portal as I showed through the Documents tab and Statements to be able to just pull them at any time that you want. Let's see, one other thing that you can do is transfer money. So if you have done a bank link with us on all your accounts or on some of your accounts, you can actually go and make a transfer yourself. So you can only do bank assets going into investment accounts. You can't go the other way because we have to actually sell the investments for you to do that. And so that's where we have to have that conversation. But if you have cash sitting on the sidelines, and you want to move that money in, one way to do it is just give us a call and tell us how much you want to move, and we're happy to do that. The other way is you can actually go here, you can click this box, and it'll have the various investment accounts. So you can choose which investment account you want to move it to. We probably have had that conversation if you're going to do this. And then you can say the from choice, which will be whatever the bank accounts that we have on file. So you can pick whatever that is. You type in the dollar amount, you go to review, and you submit. And that actually will get that money transferred directly from your bank account into the investment account that you have chosen. So another thing here is calculators. If you would like to, there's a handful of calculators on here for retirement, savings, spending, and insurance. You can click Get Started. It'll walk you through whatever it is that you need to do to be able to calculate that given calculator. And so it's something that definitely you can play around with if you would like, and if you don't want to ever touch it, that's also fine. So for the most part, this is AccountView, and this is going to allow you to be able to see your stuff. I would also highly recommend that you get the mobile version of this app. It is My AccountView Online. It is a little diamond shape looking logo, and this will allow you to be able to see. It's a little bit of a different format to be able to see your investments, but same kind of thing, and you can see it anytime on the go. So if it also works for iOS, so the Apple phones and Androids, so you can use it either way. It's a free app, and you can do any sort of kind of the quick authentication. So I have a face scan on mine, don't have to type anything in. I show up my face, I'm into seeing my investments and where my money's at and what it's doing. So you also have an option to look at your team. This just has our information on it, and nice pictures of us. And then there's a settings on the side here. This allows you to change the name of your accounts if you would like to. You can also make choices on hiding account balances with zero balance. This is also how you actually get to the paperless settings if you don't just click on this quick view here, but I would recommend you just click on the quick view. And as far as that goes, that is about it for the AccountView walkthrough. So if you ever have any questions about the technology, you're having problems with any of this stuff, please just shoot Emily an email. She's happy to walk through, or a text to our office, and she's happy to walk through any issues that you're having and help you make sure that things are all taken care of. Thanks for watching, and hope that this was helpful for you and you're going to be able to go through this thing like a pro. See you next time.